Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the second update for my project polish. I'm really excited to share my progress with you today, but before we jump into that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just start talking about the polishes I've been working on over the last month. So I have my swatch wheel right here with all of the polishes that I'm working on, as well as the ones that I'm rolling in, because yes, I am rolling in polish. So I'm gonna go ahead as always and start in the order of the swatch wheel, and the first one that I have is this one right here, which is a goldeny kind of sparkle color. And with this one I did have a goal last month to kind of use this more, because the month before, like in the first update, I didn't actually manage to draw a new line. So this month I did really want to focus in on this one, and I have actually managed to do some decent damage to this. So up here is where I was last update, and here is where I am now. So I got some really good usage. I definitely still have a little bit to go, but I am quite hopeful that this will be one that I can kick out in the next month or so. Yeah, I don't think it will take more than a month, honestly, if I just focus on it, because this kind of polish is very, very thick at this point, and yeah, you use a lot every time you use it, basically. So that is the first polish, and it isn't empty yet, but I'm hoping to have this as an empty for next updates. Then the second polish is this kind of shade right here, and this one is a shade from OPI, and it is the shade the one I got away from the Katy Perry collection. This one is one that I was working on, I think, in my 2019 project polish, and then I didn't finish it then, so I rolled it in again this year. And when I first rolled it in, it was up here. That is where I was last update, and I did have a goal to finish this, and I'm hoping you can see that this bottle is pretty much empty right now. You might see it on one end that it is like a little bit of polish, but honestly, sorry, it's focusing on me. But honestly, it's like mainly where the mixer balls are, so I can't get any more polish out of this one, and it is completely empty. So this one was such a hard polish to finish up this past month. I did want to try to finish it, but I wasn't really sure if I could do that. So I was pushing for it quite a bit, but honestly, this was like a never-ending polish, because every time I got low, I had to add finish to it. And every time I had finished it, it kind of went up to where I first started. So I have been wearing this polish so much over the past month, and I'm actually also wearing this on my toes right now. But I did use this up, not this manicure, but the manicure that I did before. So this is empty, and I'm really excited because this is the first empty that I have for this year. And I forgot to mention the name of this golden shade. This is a polish from Nina Tricot, and it is in the shade Rose Glitter. The third polish is actually the one that I'm currently wearing, and that is a shade from Essie, and it is the shade Stardust, and it's more of a kind of metallic, dusty, lilac pink, I would say. This one I have been wearing a little bit over the past month, and that is what the polish looks like now. So I have moved it down a little bit. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to make any progress on this, but I have worn it obviously now, and then I also wore it one time earlier in the month. But with that one use, I didn't really have enough progress to mark it again. But yeah, with this last manicure, I did actually manage to draw a new line, which is really good. So I do have some progress, and I'm not quite halfway through the bottle yet, am I? But I'm getting there, so hopefully this will be one that can get out maybe in like 3-4 months, but we'll see. It might stay longer than that. The fourth polish that has been in the project is this black kind of shimmery shade right here. That is another one that I had a goal on for the past month, and my goal was to finish it, and I'm happy to report back that I have managed to do so. If you can see right there, that is where my line was last month, so this honestly didn't take much to use up. I think I used it another 2 times to finish it, and yeah, it was easy, and it is again completely empty. I'm not sure you will actually be able to see that on camera though, because it is more of a black polish, but I can definitely see, especially towards the light, that this one is completely empty. But yeah, I'm excited to have another empty, and this one, like I said, was one that I was definitely expecting to finish, but I'm still happy to have moved it out. And so then the last kind of shade that I had in last month is this shade right here, and I always say that it barely looks like nothing on the swatch wheel, and that is the shade Ballet Slipper from Essie. I actually haven't used this at all, so I'm just going to show you straight away. I was so focused on finishing that black and that OPI shade that I just didn't reach for this at all. This is definitely one that I want to focus more on next month, But yeah, that is what it looks like, same as last month. So since I finished up 2 polishes, I finished this black one here and this kind of purpley shade right there. I am gonna roll in 2 more shades, and those 2 shades look like this. It's these 2 right here. So I'm gonna start with this one, which is the glitter polish that I'm rolling in, and this one comes from H&M, and this is in the shade Prismatic. So basically this is like has a lot of large kind of sparkles in it. They're a mix of round and heart-shaped sparkles, and maybe if I show you on the swatch wheel it's actually going to be shown better, but that is what it looks like. So it's more of a scattered kind of large sparkle effect. And yeah, I just really want to get this out. I do have a few other toppers, but this isn't my favorite, and hopefully you can see I am starting all the way up there. It might look like I'm here right now, but the clear base is actually all the way up at the top right here. So that is going to be my starting point. Although I am working on this other topper as well, I think this is going to be a good kind of thing to add it in, because this one is quite an opaque glitter, especially now towards the end when it is rather thick. So when I use it's kind of very heavily gold shimmer, but I feel like this will be a really nice shade just basically to put on top of like anything, just to give like a few kind of sparkles on there, but it won't really take away from the base color. So that is why I'm adding this one in as well. And like I said, hopefully this one will be empty next month anyway. Then, since we are entering into spring, I do want to add in more of a kind of fun color, because over the past month it's been kind of darker and a bit more kind of, yeah, autumn winter shades. So I did want to add in a fun pop of color, and I decided to go with this green right here. And this is a shade that comes from Berry M, and it's one of their high shine nail paints in the shade, I can never find it, in the shade Kiwi. So it's just this really bright, what kind of shade is this? It's like I actually don't know how to describe the screen. If you know how to describe the screen, just let me know down below, because I don't really know how to describe it. It's a very kind of bluish, I guess it's more about turquoisey, like turquoisey kind of green, but it's more on the green side rather than blue side. But again, if you know how to describe this green, let me know. But with this one, again, it is very full. I'm actually starting all the way up here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I have marked it, and it is, like I said, all the way up at the top. I actually don't think I ever worn this on my nails, so it's going to be quite interesting panning it, but it is one that I want to get out this year before I kind of get to that point when I'm happy with the numbers that I have in my collection. So this is one that I'm probably going to stay in for a long time, and since it is more of a brighter color, I did want to introduce it semi early on in the year so that I don't have this hanging around when we get to like October, November, December time. So that is the last polish that I am adding into my rotation. So just to show you quickly, I'm going to cover the ones that I have finished. This is what my color story looks like now. It is a little bit lighter than what I've been working on, because the 2 deeper shades, these 2 here, have been moved out. And we also have that pop of green just to give a bit more brightness as well to be working on. But that, you guys, is it for this product polish update. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you are doing a product polish, let me know how you're doing with your product so far this year. I would really love to hear from you guys, because I've had a few other people mentioning that they're doing product polish in my other updates, and I really love just hearing how you guys are doing. So let me know down below, and otherwise I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!